Okay, how you doing, guys? I'm going to show you this real quick. This was a Judy Lily a long time ago. I would have to say 16, 17 years ago. I had it as a Judy Lily car. Then I turned it. Then I had decals for the 70 Camaro funny car called Warlords. And I knew it wasn't accurate. It looked cool. I liked it, but it wasn't accurate enough. Yesterday, looking around with, and this one here, I cut these out of the sides. It's kind of the same idea I was going to do with the pink one that I was just working on, the pink Barracuda. I was going to cut some decals, use these, and that's how I made the Barracuda on there, on this one here. They were decals that I cut out, and then I just painted them around the edges and stuff. And I thought it turned out cool. That looks kind of neat. Let me stop it and kind of take a look at it here for a minute. It looked kind of neat. And even in the, let me see if I got a pointer. And even in the yellow, I have my string that I laid down in the Elmer's glue, let it dry. And then I use it as a mask. You hold it up and then you spray the airbrush along there. You can't move it around or anything. I did the same thing here. I don't know if you can see it, but that was string that I held in my hand. But anyway, I wanted to, here was the Warlord decals there. I wanted to show you guys this because I just ran across this picture yesterday. It was my favorite Judy Lily car. But there's never any decals of this or anything like that. I did this back in 07. It is my favorite Judy Lily car. There's a lot of candies, blue candies here. There looks like black there. There's a dark blue cobalt. These are Oriental blue. I don't really like the yellow and orange that go there. And I really don't like what it says across the back. I do like all the detail here and then the fade in and then the black along the edges. That'll be fun to do in scale. Here looks like a bunch of buildings where this up looks like cobalt blue or even purple candy. And then this is candy Oriental blue. Looks like the buildings downward into this blend into just silver. And then Judy Lily decals, which I'll probably have to get. But I'm thinking about doing all this because I really wanted to do it back in 07 and I ran across the papers just now. Let me back this up. Let's see. I got such a tiny little space there. I got to move this and move that. Okay. There. We got that going on. This is my motorcycle 1/25th scale motorcycle build that I've been working on using a flathead V8. It's kind of like a Boss Hoss. And then to cover over their transmission area, man, here we go. I'd like to get my pointer back. To cover over the transmission area that they don't want you to know what it really is in real life. And also it must be kind of ugly as well. They put the saddlebags there instead of covering over the hardtail, the nice looking rear wheel that I showed you last time as being, I cut it on my lathe. I have that done that way. And then here was the rear fender that I couldn't find. The cats did not take it. But I want that with that. And I want it to be the wheelbase and everything for me to be able to put it on trailer that was for a chopper years ago. I think it was called Cherry Bomb. Now I got my hand in the way. That's wonderful. That's wonderful. And then the flathead V8. So I got that going on kind of in the background. Then I just did my springs for the seat from my board track racer. I got them all done. Now I can go on with making my seat. I started making it out of aluminum, out of my little aluminum cans down here that I had going. But as I tried to do the last bend, it bent it up and then it ripped the aluminum very easily, which of course I kind of expected that. That's why I wanted to try it. So I got those going on there, that going on there. And I wanted to show you a couple sketches that I did. There, did that sketch waiting to go to work. I did like 20 sketches a day because I'd have to drive 2 hours to get to work. So I'd always leave early enough to where I wasn't going to be late or anything, even if there was a traffic jam. So that always allowed me a lot of time before I punched in. So there's that one. This one here was I seen this on YouTube. There was a trail cam, took a picture of this real scary looking zombie guy. And I told Tammy, I said, man, I'd like to have that in my collection. Here was one I did. Let's see if this might be all right. That might be okay. I sketched this while I was waiting for Tammy. She was in Walmart. And I did this sketch and 2 others. This was the best one out of all 3. It was not the last one. It was the second one I did. The first one I did was Triumph also. What it was is the first Triumph I ever saw. I was with my buddy. He was many years older than me. He had a Harley, and we went to Kangley Harley Davidson to get his oil changed. And I looked at the used bikes, and there was a Triumph in there that was this right here. And it was pearl white, and it had a skull and crossbones, real small, about maybe that big, on the side of the gas tank. I didn't put it on this one, but that had the same rocker box covers. That had everything was identical to this. They wanted $1,400 for it. Back then, $1,400 was a lot of money. It is to me even today. $100 is a lot of money to me today. But I drooled over this. I just sat there. And there was a chair right next to it. And I just stared at every square inch of it for the hour and a half we were there. And that's when I knew I wanted a Triumph. But that was that one. So this one here was my first one I started. And the front end didn't have the right rake to it. And I thought, well, I'm going to back that rear wheel up a little bit. And so I changed a bunch of stuff that wasn't going right in this picture on that one I just showed you. So there's that. And then after I was done with that one, then I started doing this one here with when I do a wild paint job on a real chopper on my hardtails, I like to do this Grecian type of a weaving in and out of each another. I like to do like red, white, and blue, where the frame is white, and this is red and blue candies that go in and out of each another. I do it like that. But that was my third drawing that day. I waited for her for 3 hours. This is part of the gas tank that I made. That's going to go on top for the right scale and everything, 1/25th scale. I did all that. I have it ready to do primer on it. Oh, here it is. Yeah, I guess I showed you that already. But I guess my question is should I just shelf this? Because I like it, but I wanted Judy Lily's car. And since I ran into the pictures that I had of hers, my question would be to the internet is, should I go ahead and put the Judy Lily paint job on here like I intended and then put the right wheels? Those are Keystone Classics that belong on it. Let's see, on this side here. Or just leave this one alone and wait and maybe save up the money to buy a new kit. I don't know if they're even on Amazon. But the kits have become quite expensive, so I'm just wondering, in order to have that, I would need to get a few things. Then I just ran across this on my shelf, and I thought, man, I need to get this out and get my windows in it, and then finish up this build. So I cut out some blue blue acetate to be able to put on there. I think my problem was that compound curve around the ends, but I need to get that done. So I went and I cut some of that and have that ready. So, okay, guys, let me know in the comments if I should just change this one or just wait, hold up, because this one has a lot of work in it, and then get a different one for Judy Lily, and then also get some slicks decals for it. Okay, guys, thanks a lot. I'll talk to you later.